Hello to my creative and stampin' friends. I come to you tonight, Saturday evening. I've been thinking about what project we should do for Halloween. Because last year we did witch hats. That was really a lot of fun. And I encourage you to do one of those for yourself if you haven't got one. Every good witch needs a beautiful hat. And create one, make it yours. It's a lot of fun to wear during Halloween when you are hanging out with your girlfriends. But this year, I decided that a spell book would be perfect. We could focus on the outside of the book and then do a few pages before Halloween, or however many we get through. And then next year, we'll do a few more pages. And the idea is to, to use your Stampin' Supplies, your creativity, and just really have a lot of fun with it. So I'll be teaching you in different segments from now until when we're done, I guess. And I will have a couple of in-person craft time that we can get together and do things together, like, because sometimes you need to feed off of other people, your creativity. So, sorry, I'm getting some notices, but not very many. I hope that if you're seeing this right now, you're willing to share it so that other people get a chance to see it also. Okay, so with a spell book, we want it to look unique, spooky. We want it to look kind of oldish. So one of the things that I learned from doing a junk journal is you're layering, and you want your pages kind of thick because you don't want them to rip and get ruined easily. And you don't want your book to end up being thick because of it. So let me see if okay, I'm gonna switch you around. And here's my cute creative friend, Daisy. So we went to the thrift shop and we bought some books. They're big books. Ideally, if you can find a nice big book that is more porous, so like the paper that you'd get from a romantic novel is the best kind. It's just hard to find a big book that's like that. So we found a couple of random ones. I noticed that some of the self-help, we've got Home Depot and Gardening by the Sea and Golf.
Encyclopedia things.
This one is about flower arranging. I like this one. I think this one's gonna be mine. And at the thrift shop, they're only $1. So even if you screw it up and have to throw it away, it's only $1. So, or you could probably get a new art book where the pages are all blank. And that would probably be easier, but you still need to reduce how many pages are in there. So this is what we're doing. She's ripping out every other one from this book. And then after she rips that out, she's gluing these two pages together, focusing on the edges so that the edges are nice and crisp and have enough glue to make sure that they're together. So we start in the middle and then we work out to the edges. And this is how you do a junk journal too. You're probably thinking, but these pages aren't blank. Well, we can print out spells on regular print paper and add them to these books. And then we would look how she's squishing from the middle of the book out. Putting lots of pressure, and then she's checking the edges squishing them together, which also gives it a nice crinkle effect. But you definitely want those edges to be adhered together so that they end up looking like one page, not 3 pages together. So let's see. So yeah, we would print out some, or you can, you take the Toll painting, or the cheap paint that's like 50 cents, white, or are we still there? We would paint the page, the whole page, with a white or an ivory or something light, and then you can pen or paint your spell in here. And then the other idea is, like, you can add embellishments on the page, like letters to do a title. This right here is something I'm going to use to make fairy wings, and I've done this before, but you take nail polish and you paint both sides, which also helps this to last longer. And then I would paste it onto this page here as part of the actual spell. Okay, now let's see. So I think a good amount of pages is anything less than 250. This one is about a 250 page, so it's gonna have a lot of pages that I can play with. And I'm so excited to try and use some of my stamps and embellishments and papers. Like, I got some Halloween papers that I'd like to add. And not every page has to have a spell on it, but you can have pictures, and you can even put pictures of your kids in their Halloween costumes as part of your spell book if you wanted to. I'm sure there's a lot of ideas out there. So let's see. I was going to show you the front of my book and some of the ideas I've come up with. So the idea, if you've ever made a piñata or something like that, the idea is doing something like that to make it 3D on the outside. You remember the Harry Potter books or the Hocus Pocus book? So you want to make one that's your own. If you strive too high, or you put the bar up too high and try to make one like Hocus Pocus, that could be maybe a little expensive. But if you improvise, maybe you can do it still. Because yeah, I was gonna turn it around for that, but so the Hocus Pocus one has, they say, human skin on it, and then the eyeball, you remember that? And I think it's stitched in some spots. So I found some really neat ideas on Pinterest that we're gonna try a few of them on these books to give some good ideas. But just to let you know, what I picked up from the dollar store will help me out with this project. So I'm gonna turn you around again. Okay, will you help me out here?
Was yesterday.
Okay, I found this. It's a pack of 2. It looks kind of like a dragon eye, maybe. And I'm thinking putting this directly on here, and then if I wanted it to look more dragony, I could punch out circles and layer them like you do a shingle on your roof to make it look like dragon scales, right? All the way around. And of course use something like Mod Podge to help us out, which I forgot to mention that our glue that we're gluing the pages is a mixture of water, a little bit of water with the Mod Podge to make it thin enough. And then it also gets pretty wrinkly, which is gonna be really cool.
And some of them I do crunch out because I like it.
She's been crunching up her pages. So I hope we're taking enough pages out. Anyway, I'm going to jump on here every time I'm working on these books so that I can show you what we're doing. This is something that I found I thought would be really cool. It's a bat. It lays pretty flat-ish. I could probably make it wrap around like this, or even like this.
You could put it.
It's gonna need some strong glue because it is plastic. But
You could put it like right here at the end.
ooh, I like that idea, Daisy. So just like when you're doing piñatas and stuff, you use paper to get things to stick down, right? And so I got, will you open this up, please? I got a bunch of fun things. So I'd definitely take out this string right here. Try to make this thing as flat as possible.
How do I do it?
Well, anyway, you guys get the idea. It's this gift tissue is what you'd pick, and then it lays over top of your 3D design, and then you Mod Podge it down again. And then the fun thing after that, like while it's still wet, you can add like glitter and other type things that will really make it pop. Okay? Okay, so moving on to the rest of the stuff we found at the dollar store that will be helpful.
I like that one.
Yeah, if you want to keep it there, it's fine. Okay, so we found this mixture. The black ones are bats, and the white ones are skeletons, and then of course the spiders. So then you would take the ring part. You would take a pair of scissors and you cut the ring off from these items. And so say if you wanted to do something like Harry Potter theme,
Sorry.
you would do a bunch of these spiders, and it won't matter what color they are because you're going to cover it up with that Mod Podge and paper. And say they're going across my paper like this, or my book, but they're flat because I cut off the ring, right? And then I cover it with my Mod Podge and paper, and then paint it black or whatever color I decide I want my book to be, okay? And then of course maybe some mock web, which I would probably use, like lay down some string, you know, in a web design. And it doesn't matter what the color is, or even yarn would work. So you're just laying it down to get the 3D, and then the paper's gonna go on top, making it look like it's part of the book, okay? So anyway, I am excited, really excited about this. Let me see that fabric there, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this fabric, it's something that I buy a lot. Almost every year I have to have some of this for some reason or another. And it's only $1. So this would look pretty neat. And I think I would put that on the outside of the Mod Podge paper because I'd want it to have that texture that you can feel. Then, let's see. As far as snakes go, I had to find these in the boys section, and there's only small ones, so I might have to keep looking. And of course, as you can see, putting it down on the book and then Mod Podging over top.
Also, I have an idea. The fabric there, you could wrap it around the book and then paint like black paint over it so you have that texture but you can't see it.
Yeah, I think this fabric would actually be kind of hard to do that technique, so you would need to do it over top. But let's see, let's show you this idea. Hello, can you help me?
Sorry.
Spread this out, please. Thank you. More. You're making it weirdo. Okay, put it down. On here. All right, here we go. Okay, so, all right, let's show you this idea.
That
Okay,
was what I wanted to do.
and then you could probably camouflage it like this. Do you see what I mean? You can even bunch it up here and there on the book, so it's not just the fabric flat. Okay, so let's see. I'll show you what the bat looks like on there, just for an idea.
Yeah, I like
We picked up this. These are smaller bats. They're glittery. I'm a little bit worried about their quality and how they will look as 3D. Of course, I'll be having to take off some hardware. What else is here, sis? Oh, grab those. And we found these that look a little bit ceramic, but they are definitely plastic. So, will you open this up, please? Oh, there were spiders. We found these larger spiders. So if they get Mod Podge over top, these would actually stand up very well. Yeah, I think that'll look really cool. I'm sure in my gear, my craft gear, I probably have a lot more stuff. So what if, like, I think I'd have to cut some of this off somehow. What if, look at that. Ooh, it could be on top. It could be Mod Podged. Maybe I could do something down and then this be the last thing that you apply. Yeah. Anyway, so tell me what you think. And thanks for watching if you've had a chance to watch. I know it is Saturday night and everybody's busy cuddling with their husbands and their boyfriends and wishing that they were stamping and being creative. Anyway, stay tuned for more lives and regular videos on different tutorials that I do for this project, this ongoing project. So, and then exciting will be when we get to actually apply the Stampin' Up! Embellishments and paper and stamping, and that will be fun, right? All right, take care. Thanks for watching.